Now that we have all of the patterns sized, we know where they all are. They're in this folder called 9 patterns. We've saved them as 9 patterns. We know for a fact that there are 9 of them. We're going to move on to the next step. We're going to go ahead and create a contact sheet. So I'm going to go to File, Automate, Contact Sheet 2, and punch in the settings that we have here. So it will be a 6" by 6" 150 DPI, PPI, 6 inches wide, 6 inches tall, 150 resolution. It's going to use folder. So we're going to use folder and we're going to choose the folder. In this case, I've got a week 6, 9 patterns. Okay, so there we have it. We're not going to include subfolders. We don't need to. All right. RGB color, 8-bit depth. RGB color, 8-bit depth. And we have sRGB IEC 6, 1966, 2.1 as our color profile, which is what I'll be looking at things for. Use 3 rows by 3 columns. 3 rows by 3 columns. Do not rotate for best fit. Don't use auto spacing. We're going to use instead is it 0.014 and 0.014 inches. Okay, great. No auto spacing. Don't use a font. If you have this, redo it because this will be wrong. Don't use that. That's not right. All right, so no font on that. And then I'm missing something. Oh yeah, don't flatten all layers. It says so right there. Once it's finished, merge all of your pattern squares onto one. You can use Control-E. Don't merge them onto the background. If you do leave flatten all layers on, you'll need to go to History, step back 1 to get rid of the background. So that's it. All right, we're going to tell it okay and watch it roll. Check it out. We've got some patterns. And because we didn't flatten it, we need to flatten them down ourselves. So Control-E, apply, because it's going to ask us about each of the masks that are generated, and that's fine. All right, and we have a background layer. Great. And you can see why we have a background layer. In the event of a transparent pattern, we really want that. Okay, now it's time to load in our patterns. And I believe we need to title this something. Hold on. Name the top layer Contact Sheet. And name the bottom layer Background. Well, that's already done. If we want, you can double click it, but you'll need to name it Background if that's the case. Okay, good time to save. And so let's save it somewhere other than 9 patterns. I'm just going to go up a folder. This will be assignment 6, last name, first name. This will be version 01. Okay, so we've got that saved so far, but now I need to be able to see the patterns to grade the patterns. This is just the quick heads up on it. And let's go ahead and load the rest of them in. So remember, this is a great way to present your work, blah, blah, blah. Once the sheet is created, make a new layer between the contact sheet and the background layer, and make a new layer between. Select this and then click the create new fill adjustment layer icon. Well, that's actually redundant. So for older versions of Photoshop, you need to do that. More modern ones, just click this right away, select the background, click this right away, go to pattern. And then what you're going to want to do is pick the correct pattern. So I believe the first one is this little flower thing. And sure enough, pattern 1. That's 1. Click the background. Load in the next one by going pattern. Pattern 2. Okay. Click the background. You know what? It's really time that I shut off the make a mask with all of these because I don't want the masks with any of these. Okay, so to do that, click on the flyout menu, go to the panel options, there we are, and then use default masks on fill layers. No, tell it okay. That should do it. All right. And now do pattern. and then set it to the third pattern. We've got a 1, 2, 3. Okay. Click on the background, fly out pattern, set it to the fourth pattern. You can see this is a little tedious. We've got pattern. What? Are these patterns moving around? No, they're not. I'm counting backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then click on it, fly out, pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sure enough, if I mouse over it, it should be pattern 5 pebbles. Why does it say 300 by 300? Oh, yeah. By default, it will create a pattern as the 300 by 300, but that's fine. Tell it OK. Click on it. All right. And pattern. And go to 3 pebbles, the limes. Click on the background, pattern, adjustment layer pattern. Yeah, the couple more, we're almost there. Tell it OK. 7. Let's do number 8, pattern. Oh my word. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And last one, click on it, pattern. And if I can just click number 8. Okay, number 9. Okay. Whew. Save. It's a lot of work, but it's not over yet. There's still a little bit more to do. We need to name each of these so that they mean something. So let me scroll up. These are vines. This is the wall. Oh, I should have taken care of that one red square. That's painfully obvious repeat, like right there. Ah, what a troublesome pattern this was. So if I had time, I'd go back in and I'd replace this red square with a gray one, but let's just wrap this up. And this will be a wall, and this will be stars, and this will be pumpkins. Oh, this is banding, by the way. See how it looks like there's something just going across it? If we were to make this even smaller, see that pattern that's occurring going around? That's banding. That's what banding is. After all this time. All right, 100%. Okay. And remember, resizing a layer doesn't, resizing a pattern doesn't make a new pattern. It's still the same pattern. This is pebbles. These are limes, which is just limes that I kept stacking on each other. It was the same lime again and again. Or I might have had 2 or 3 limes. I just kept popping them back on. Oh, moving the offset and making more limes. We've got some gravel. Oh, there's some dark spots and light spots that should be taken care of right on there, which is different from the pebbles. That's fine. These are different. All right. And then we've got target, doodle. And then we've got, it's like glitch. Seems like a good name for that. And then that's it. That's all 9 of them. And double check that we do in fact have 9. I'm going to pull this out and drag this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So prepare it before turning it in. Just turn on this contact sheet. Boom. There we go. We've got the contact sheet without a background attached to it. Background's at the bottom. And then we have all of these guys. We do not have any text labels. This is good to go. That is the assignment. That is a lot of work. This was took me forever to record all of this. And it takes even longer to watch all of these. And then it takes even longer to do this assignment. This is, no joke, one of the longer assignments this semester. So congratulations once you get through this thing. That's the setup for the contact sheet. That's the end of the assignment. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'd rather get these early on and I'll start telling you what's happening and what's going on. I have some videos from earlier semesters if you just want to watch me make even more patterns. The patterns that we see on here, I've made all of these either this semester or previous semesters. Those videos are up on YouTube. If you want to find them, just let me know. I'll post links. Okay, congratulations. I will see you next week.